All right, guys, what's going on? Here we go. Friday's workout, Super Pump 1000. Opening up, you got for Power and Iron Up, we're going to work up to a heavy 6 on a bench press, but it's an explosive 6, right? So that means you're going to lower it down nice and under control and then drive up as quick as possible. So the main focus of this is like throwing a punch 6 times. It's not just this slow grind. So tight, pow, tight, pow, tight, pow, all the way through 6 reps. The point in which you can't keep the speed up is at the end of what your explosive 6 looks like, right? So if you're having to slow it down and grind it, take a in between, blast it up, right? Then you're pretty much at the end of working up to what that 6 looks like. So keep that in mind as you guys kind of press forward, keep it powerful, keep it fast. Then part 2 is going to go 4 to 5 rounds, so it's kind of up to you. So we open up with like a little bit of hypertrophy and eccentric strength of lowering this down 2-second lower, dip press up, 1,000, 2,000, dip press back up again. So decently heavy dumbbells, not super heavy, heavy enough to give a good challenge, but light enough that you're able to actually control it for that 2 seconds. So you're going to be under a lot of eccentric, which is like how we're building some of that muscle tension on the way down, and then afterwards you got this 200-foot stacked plate carry. So take you a couple 45s, 25s, 15s, whatever you need to scale appropriately with. Put 2 of them together, squeeze it, and row it into your chest. And this is one of those things that you're probably going to feel like a little bit of burn in your arms, but mostly we want to think about this isometric squeeze into our body. So there's lots of different types of strengths. We're opening up on this one with a very speed strength, speed, explosive movement. Then you get down to isometric strengths, and that's that sturdy strength. It's that good stability. So that's what we're looking for on this piece. Hold it sturdy to you, hold it tight, keep your shoulders nice and neutral. Don't fall into position, sit up tall, squeeze it against you. Then afterwards, AMRAP slightly bent over dumbbell rows. And all that means is instead of going all the way over where you're smoking your back, you sample a little high, pinch, mid-trap, mid-scapula, right? Lats, rotators, a little bit of bicep, all that. Pulling together, get as many as you can. Resting 1 to 2 minutes between rounds. Part 3 is going to be 3 rounds of 10 front delt raises, 2 side delt raises, right? So you knock out 10 to the front, 10 to the side, rest 20 seconds, and then as many reps as possible with those same dumbbells. Bradford press, but with dumbbells. Cool? All right, 1 minute rest. After that, then part 3 to 4 rounds. Oh, this cut off. I'll be right back. Watch this. It's like magic, right? All right, so part 4 rather is 3 to 4 rounds of as many reps as possible hammer curls, right? So we worked a little bit of that same bicep up in here, that brachialis up in here, then we're coming down, kind of bringing it home at this point. 8+ rep range is what we're looking for. So 8 to 12, 8 to 15 at the most, not super high, a little bit heavier, a little bit more focus, a little bit more squeeze. Oh yeah. Part 4 is, part 5, I keep mixing throwing the noodles up like crazy. Part 5 is lag and muscle. Part 6, mobility major. Over here on fitness and sport, we got the same thing on part 1, where we're looking at this explosive bench press. Then, once we start part 2, all the parts left go together, right? So it's kind of like this long, extended duration of total work capacity looking workout. So once you start, you'll take the appropriate rest and you'll move on. So like right at the point in which you're pretty gassed in that kind of movement pattern and those muscles, then you take a little rest, catch your breath a little bit, and start the next round. So part 2 is going to be 30 push presses, 45 to 50%. Going to get you hot, going to get your wind going. 2 minute rest, then 40 active release push-ups. And all that means is you lower down, pick your hands up off the ground slightly, just enough to slide a sheet of paper underneath, press right back up. Then you can take your 2 minute rest, 50 ring rows. Shake it up accordingly, scale accordingly. 2 minute rest. With these ring rows, by the way, they shouldn't be done in like sets of 5. So if your difficulty, the way you're scaling this, is you only get like a couple reps at a time, scale appropriately, because this is one of those exercises that can completely destroy your biceps and back if you don't scale appropriately. And when I say destroy, I don't mean like wear down the muscle as much as like honestly beat you up too much. So make sure that at least, at a minimum, you can do 10, 15 your first set, and then you're able to keep it in the higher, closer to 10, a little bit more as you continually kind of sequentially move through this exercise. 2 minute rest, then 40 dumbbell JM presses, so working some of these lagging muscles, a little bit of volume. 2 minute rest, 30 dumbbell hammer curls after that. So we got kind of big movement, Big movement, individual muscles, sneaking our way down, individual muscle, lagging muscle if you want it, mobility matrix, TDY. All right, TDY, 4 times as many reps as possible dumbbell bench press with the same tempo we're doing for that explosive on the Fitness Sport Power and Iron Out, which is gonna be 1 second down, drive up as fast as possible. Too easy. How much rest in between rounds? As much as you need. Shake it out. When you're feeling strong, you're ready to go again, you feel decently recovered, start your next set, knock you out a bunch of reps. Part 2, right? Same setup that we already talked about, the push press, but instead of this, you can either, if you don't have stacked plates, you can do 1 of 2 things. Dumbbell farmer carry, scapula retracted and pulled back, or you can try to hold your dumbbells or a single dumbbell at the chest as well, and then again, slightly bent over dumbbell rows at that point, resting 1 to 2 minutes. Part 3, front delt, side delt, Bradford presses again all day, finishing out as many reps as possible, hammer curls, right? So slight difference here, then on the other side, doesn't matter, shake it out. It's because the way we're setting up the bench, right? Total volume, total elbow movement, etc., etc. Right, finishing out TBY, what we're looking at is part 1, 4 sets, as many reps as possible, push-ups, but we got varying tempos. Set number 1, 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. Set 2, 3 seconds down, as fast up as possible, short reset, squeeze in the top. Third round, down quick, up quick, forward, get done what you can get done. All right, part 2, all the backpack all day long. We got 8 backpack push press, down up as fast as possible, 200-foot backpack single arm carry with scapula retracted. Check out the MHC Daily IG right after this to get a peek. As many reps as possible, slightly bent over backpack rows. Part 3, 3 rounds, 10 backpack high pulls, 20-second rest. As many reps as possible, backpack Bradford press. In fact, I think we actually switched this over for the Bradford press and did pulses instead. So adjust accordingly. You're going to do as many reps as possible with pulses. This probably just was a typo I forgot to clarify on here. And then part 4 is going to be 3 to 4 sets, as many reps as possible, backpack curls. And remember, guys, this is the last TBY. TDY will still be here. We look forward to rocking it all week long next week. It's going to be great workouts. Who ya? Never quit.